I have just got here. We have had quite strong winds from that direction overnight. You can see how it's churned up the sea. Now the Irish Sea is pretty shallow. When you have an onshore wind like this, it churns up, and that's why it gets so muddy and dirty and the likes. But it's done me a few favors. The last time I was here, there was a lot of sand. This was all covered with sand. There's still a lot of sand, and also exposed some of the bedrock areas. Now around the corner towards the bottom of the revetment wall there, or the sea defences wall, that's taken loads of sand away. But I was interested to see what's going on here. I hope the wind isn't too bad. If it is bad, sorry, I have not got the resources at the moment to go and get a wind socky and all those kinds of things, and an external mic or a wireless mic, but I'd love to. At some point in time it'll happen. But for now, I want to show you this. This is why I like coming down here. You see, in the crevices and the cracks, those numbers tell me better, definitely better than boat scat. So let me stop making a racket. In that area there, I will be playing with the pinpointer and the little scoop, scratchy tool, and we'll see what we can retrieve. I'll show you when we find it. Okay. You hear there? Something right there, close by. Those numbers, as I said, were ringing better than boat scat numbers. Still in there, so let's see if we can find it. There's a coin. There's a coin. This is what I absolutely love. I love coming here, and then you get the different environment. It's a 2-penny Brit, QE 2-penny copper Brit, that it is. But it's a coin. I haven't had a decimal coin or any proper coin out of here for a while. So just as down as I showed you, there's the stairs. Focus, please. Focus, please. There's the stairs. I've just walked down the stairs. I've seen that this has been, sand has been taken off here. So I'll have a quick look see, because I really want to go to the areas that have been exposed behind me. There's a 2-penny, and as I say, it will be a QE because this is a decimal 2-penny. Okay, enough waffle. Next 2 bits, it's about a foot and a bit, maybe, maybe a foot. Is that a ruler's length? Yes, it is. And a bit of wire, they've been removed, so that's target for dig number 2. So let's do a 10 hole quickly and see how we get on with the 10 hole. This foil was lying on the ground there, just there. Okay, so I picked it up, swung the detector again. The sun, the phone's interfering again, but exactly where the foil was lying, beneath it is a signal. So I'll look there, and then here's something else over here too. So the phone's interfering with the signal. So let me see. There we go. There's one, and here was one here where the foil was lying. Now these are 90s with mineralization, so it could be iron, but let's see what they are. Alright, so I re-swung the detector over this area before I cleared this bit away. I got all sorts of numbers. 30s, 50s. Oh, I see it. That's why. Bit of surface metal, so that's number 3. I'll check more around here before I go check there to see if there couldn't be anything else mixed in here too, because that's typical what surface type rusty iron does in this environment. It rings all sorts of numbers with mineralization coming through. Right. lying right there, number 4. You heard me scratch, you saw me scratch a bit of green fencing wire by the looks of things. So that was number 4. There's nothing much around here. Else, I'll check with the detector again and get you in for number 5. I've moved on now to here below the sea protection, but you can see it's taken all the sand away here. It's cleared it all. Now I've never swung a detector in anger here in these areas, but now I want to show you this. Now I hope the phone doesn't interfere too much. Look at there, there is absolutely no mineralization there. 92s, 93s, nothing. So in that little crack and crevice, I'm going to be searching to see what's in there. Okay, I'll show you as soon as I find our treasure. So it's in this little sandy crack here. In there. Okay, so let's try and locate it with something that won't damage stuff too much. Okay, I'm going to flick out all the, try and flick out all the sand, because there we can see the bottom showing out there. Was that a coin I flicked? It was a coin I flicked. And look at this. That, folk, is, I've got a bit of water here. That, folk, is a Queen Elizabeth. No, it's a Queen Victoria. And if it rings those numbers, I would be guessing silver, wouldn't you? And it looks like a half crown. And if it's a Queen Victoria, it's silver. Look there, I've scratched it. It's got to be silver, and it is. That looks Queen Victoria silver. Now, I've long hunted for this, because I've long said if I get Queen Victorias, I've got one Queen Victoria in 1890. Let's see if I can pick up a date. This has got to be silver. I see. No, that's a. Where do we find the date? It's got to be on the reverse side. Okay, I'll hunt for it a bit. 1901. 1901. There we go. I can see it quite clearly at the bottom of the coin. Let me try and take some of the sand off of it. Let me see if I can get it focused. So that was number 5. What a whoopee 5. That's my first C silver coin. That is a whoopee. But we better have a look with those numbers around. We better have a look. Could be a cruddy. There we go. Look at that. We'll have a look. And that will be target number 6. Number 5 was the jackpot of the month, don't you think? So let's go for number 6. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me first delve a little bit, dig a little bit, and then I'll get back. The encrustation, the iron encrustation. There's 3 pieces. The big piece came out, then that little piece, and then the tiny shard. But there was another signal in here, and trapped with that lot was an Irish 10p. There you go, decimal 10p. Don't know if you can see the markings there. I have already identified it, that it is Irish. I can't, there's the harp. I can't quite see a date, but I haven't got time to be hunting for that kind of thing now, because this is beckoning. I may be here till pitch black tonight at this rate, because I've hardly started along here. as you've seen. So I'm fortunate. I've hit the right place at the right time again. So let me move on. If there's one bit of 1901 silver, there's got to be other silver as well. Oh, I'm a greedy guts. Yes, I am, and I'm excited because this is lovely. But scratchy. I may read ground balance, but it's the phone that's causing this scratchiness. So I'm going to dig around there. The signal was somewhat stronger. Okay, I'm going to stop making a noise. Let's see what's happening there. There's something there. I just wanted to show you just how exciting it is. Listen to that. So let me scratch around a bit with small tools and see what we take out of this little crack and crevice. It's on bedrock. Listen to it. Okay, I'm going to stop tantalizing. Good golly gosh, that turned into quite a marathon search. Listen, that little crevice is empty now. Okay, that's number 7's crevice, but there, that was the first thing that came out, that big lump. Then came out this bit of a, that is a euro 1 cent coin. That's what becomes of them. And then came out this bit of metal, and then that bit of lead. That hid in there. So there you go, 4 targets in there. And let me try and get the focus. I'm still so chuffed after finding that silver Queen Vic that I have to slow down a little bit now, don't you think? Okay, I'm going to, that was number 7. I'm going to obviously continue along here because, as I keep saying, there must be more silver, mustn't there? There must be. And if we find silver coins, we can find gold jewelry. Yeah, I'm a greedy guts, aren't I? Okay. Now, it's not only 90s, very little mineralization. Look at those numbers. Okay, so that's worth a look. I'm going to have to roll that rock out of the way so that I can get in here and remove that one. So let me do that. I'll first see if I can, but I have a funny feeling this rock could hold another secret or two beneath it. Okay, that's number 8's prospect. There's something green. I saw it again. There we go. I saw it again. There we go. There's our green. There's our green. I don't want to mess too much or spend too much time, but that is pretty old. I can see that looks like no, it's a threepence. I can see the crenulations, carcellations, call it what you, I'm sure I can see that. Or am I talking porkies? People, you tell me, am I talking porkies? Okay, so that's number 8 for starters. There's something else in this hole. That's why we were getting jumpy numbers. Okay, there you have number 8. It took me long enough to find what looks to me like it could have been a square nail tack or something like that on its day. There's something that I've got to investigate. And then there's a whole wide world to investigate further too. Starting here by all of these exposed rocks. I think I'm gonna have to come back again and again and again and again and again, don't you? This is great fun. Hold on, I'm going to up the sensitivity for maximum. Listen to that. Look at those numbers. So I'm going to probably have to move that yoke and that yoke. Dig around here, move that one too. There we go. Look at that. Right. That's number 9. We're going to go for number 9. Okay, number 9. I need to find out what's going on there. So let's move the rocks out of the way. I'm doing my George of the Jungle, Tarzan, all those kind of stunts by swinging rocks around. and finding beautiful stuff. Don't you think? I'm still excavating, digging myself a pit. I have got 2 objects of interest out of there. It sounds empty now, even although the pinpointer tells me there's supposed to be something in there. But I have a theory about that. If there's quartz in water, then you get pulsing signal. I'm going to be digging there. This is part of hole number 9, so we'll treat it as a part of hole number 9. But for now, let me just show you so far what's come out there. That's a 2p, and this was, once upon a time, let me try and get focus. Once upon a time, this was a Union Jack. Obviously, you can hear that I am not a Brit, so I'm guessing. But I've got a whole lot of British coins today. I think this is number 4. And now I've got the flag. And if I tell you that Great Britain is a long, long way in that direction. Well, I think at the closest point from Northern Ireland, it's about 20 odd. From the most northern point of Ireland, which is Lighthouse Island off Malin Head, it's about 27 miles to the closest point in the Shetlands, I think. So I think if I can remember my geography correctly. Okay, I'm going to stop with less now. Thought we had signals here and in the crevice, so we'll just treat this all as hole number 9. This is quite a revelation. The screw brass 10-cent euro, that 10p, I think that's a 10p Irish decimal. I could be wrong. Seems to be, it could be a UK Brit Queen Elizabeth 10p. No, there's a harp there. There's a harp. So the size of it looks like a 10p to me. That came out here in this little crevice. There was a bit of metal that came out. One of these little bits of metal came out there too, steel. So in this hole, when I started digging, the beach glass almost was the first to come out. This iron steel nail encrusted flat button. This coin, very green, very old. I haven't looked at it yet. I've been on my knees for quite a while and I want to get off my knees. This was a spoon, obviously. So there you see it, little flat button. I just love this. This is absolutely fantastic. So let's just put the scat in the scat bucket quickly. Nice big fat brass screw. Wonder what that held together and for how long. Anyway, there, got screwed too today. The other day I got nailed and got forked. Today I got screwed. Right, that was number 9. I need to make my way into these gullies quickly. I'll find target number 10 and then I think I will stop with the 10 hole line. Okay, we're on to number 10. There's number 9 and all its great Kariba. 70's ringing over here. So I put the detector down and I just thought I'll scratch, and I've scratched onto bedrock, and without even using the pinpointer I saw it flick by. So there we go. That looks like no, that's an Irish as well. I can see the harp. What it is I won't be able to tell you yet. I can see 1980 something, so it's an Irish 2p. That it is, it's an Irish 2p. Okay, so that's the Irish 2p we have found now too. I'm just gonna check with the detector and the pinpointer around here, and then I'll show you if I find anything else to add to our Irish 2p. Okay, so number 10 is gonna end up on a nice note. There's the coin and 2 lumps of iron scat. We can throw them in the scat bucket right now. We leave the coin there to store in the treasure sacking. I then started just scratching around quickly, very briefly, and just before I got the pinpointer out I saw something. So let's see what it is. probably an Irish 1p decimal. I think I see a harp. I do see a harp. The outline, I think, I'm guessing. Or is that even the right side? Or do I see an animal on that side? No, I haven't got the time. That's number 10. That's 2 coins plus 2 lumps. I'm gonna just make sure that there's nothing more around here, and then I will in the interim say that's our 10-hole hunt, which started off with a sort of just let's come and see down at the beach, because the wind and the waves have had an impact, I hoped, and they have scrubbed so much sand away that we had a great day today, didn't we? So I'm going to just, as I say, clean up here, check that there's nothing that I've left behind. The good lady will probably come and collect me in about 40 minutes time. I'm just going to have a quick squiz around here. Sorry, I'm showing you around there like that. A quick squiz around here, see if we can find anything else. But in the meantime, I'll probably have to do this and say thanks for watching. Do like, subscribe, do ring the bell for notifications. Yes, I'm posting lots of stuff. I soon will be posting the Biltong movie. I hope you enjoyed the Moosbolletjies, because between the last metal detecting on this beach, where I found 150 cent and just a lot of boat scat, and this one we're gonna shove in the Moosbolletjie one. So click one back and you'll find that. But for now, as per always, stay safe, stay free, and be happy. Bye. It's time for your timely addendum, don't you think? Okay, so number 8's coin, that definitely was a threepence, as you see, was a threepence. There's Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth II. Number 9's coin, I have cleaned it, and yes, this is a disclaimer. These are my coins, people. I'm not going to try and flog them, so when I clean them, it's to identify them, that's all. As soon as I can identify them, and that is an Irish decimal 5p. I can barely, I have made out the bull there. There is a bull, believe it or not. There you can see it. And the number 10's coin, where I said, is that an animal? Yes, it is. That's an Irish pre-decimal. That's a greyhound, Irish pre-decimal, 6p, sixpence. And then, of course, the lady of the month. There's Queen Elizabeth. Sorry, cut. There's Queen Victoria. I've tried to clean this coin. I've tried Aaron's method. I've tried a few other methods. I can't get it clean. You can see there's just faint traces of silver coming through. I may give it one more session of lemon juice or something. You can see 1901. Half crown. So I know it's silver. The paperwork all says it's silver. The books and the website. And there you go. There's some of the coins we were wondering about, or I was wondering about, and there's the beautiful Queen Victoria herself. The last year of this minting, there were about 1,700,000 and something of them minted. So once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with my waffle, and I'll say for now, bye. Oh yes, and thanks for the silver. Any day that you strike a Victoria half crown 1901, I'm convinced it's silver. I saw the signs of it. I have to say thank you. That was super. Thank you, Vicky,